Yo. Alright. I've got it like an hour to kill before I start packing. Thought I'd crack a case of this. I've got a little bit of a secret white border mission. So I need some more white border cards before I go to Protour. So that's what I'm doing. Roy, how you doing? I'm good, man. Just want to do some history pack before I jet. This is my second last case, actually. So I need some white border stuff before I jet to Jersey. It's like 4 in the morning here. Gotta start packing soon. Yeah, man, I'll be there. I fly in about 24 hours. So in 48 hours, I'll be well and truly in the US of A. I got some sticky stuff on my finger. I've been packing orders from the auction I did. Thanks, man. I'm actually, I'm putting together something for my best mate, Tall Timmy, for Jersey to take with me, so I want to do this before I pack. It's a weird time to be streaming, not sure how many people will jump in. It's off schedule for me, but maybe some new, different people will jump into this stream than would usually jump in. Hoping for a tunic. Tunic would be great. If I do pull a tunic, I will probably get it signed by Mr. Fino Black at Protour. I've already bought his rainbow foil tunic, so I'm picking that up. First Majestic. I'm not sure how much playing I'm gonna do at Protour. I'm bringing alright. This is the 3rd Stormstriders we hit. It's like all my cases of Stormstriders. Not complaining. It's a very good legendary to hit. That's my 3rd one. Let's see if we can. It would be nice to hit one of the other legendaries, you know? They really seem to like... It's a great speculative investment right now. Seeing Icelander is coming out, and there's... Yeah, I'm very happy to pull them. Really want a tunic. I pulled a Tekla Heart. That's the only other legendary I've pulled so far. When are you, Roy, you like New York native? When are you going to be in Protour? Sorry, what were we talking about? I'm going to be playing, I've got a Kasai Blitz deck, Dory Blitz deck, a Briar Blitz deck, and a Prism CC deck. So they are what I'm bringing. But I don't know how much playing I'm going to do versus hanging out and chatting and making some content, you know? Oh, sick. Okay, so you're close. That's awesome. Actually, I might even... I'm pulling these out because they're going to go in the Briar deck that I have. Right, that's what I'm thinking. But then, you know, if you're playing the calling, I guess technically you're still hanging out with people, right? It'd be cool to pair up with some people we know. Definitely want to play some of the team blitz. So if you're keen on that, we can always team up. And then, so there's a team blitz event. There's an 8-player blitz tournament, like on demand. Get some points, get some playmats. Why not? Definitely keen to come home with a whole bunch of the playmats. Yeah, Roy, we can jam a few games casually. Ooh, okay. This is a very spicy first box. What the heck? Very spicy. I don't know what I opened. It's got like red tape on it that's stuck to my fingers. Welcome everybody that's joining. Very good first box. Playtime. No, I sold the other two. I did an auction. I don't know if you guys are in the page, but I did an auction. Art of War. Everything's sold obviously because it's an auction. So let me do it this way. Yeah, but this is number 3 Stormstride. It's kind of crazy actually. See if we can do a double legendary case again, because we hit this like very early in the first pack, in the first box. Already have like, Guppy, I know it's 4 AM. What are you doing awake? I'm trying to defeat jet lag early because I don't have that much time in the US. Yeah, Art of War is frequent. Honestly, Command & Conquers and E-Strikes are very frequent. Like, you'll open 3 or 4 cases of WTR Arcane Rising and not see those hits. So, I'm pretty happy with what's going on. Yeah, Roy, I've been awake for like 8 hours. Is it 8 hours? It's something like that. Hey, Millsy. I don't know why they put yellow Sigil of Solace in the set, but they did. Genshi release. So we're expecting 4 more. Yeah, but I'm going to try and stay up as long as possible on the flight. Because, yeah, I'm just trying to sleep midnight New York time and then wake up 8 AM New York time. That's basically what I'm trying to do. That way, when I get there, I get that extra day rather than losing a day to jet lag. I do have a full day when I land to, like, go sightsee or whatever. I don't know if we hit a skull on. Alright, first piece of equipment aside from that legendary. I haven't hit this one yet, so that's a good hit. I'm staying in NYC. I'll be Ubering in every day with Saint. That's the plan anyway. But it's a pretty close, pretty short trip. White Dawnblade. Thanks, Unboxeth. Should be an easy trip. We're going to Canada, or through Canada. So there's a little bit of extra paperwork stuff, but that's about it. It's not a bad overall trip. It's 14 hours and then we change flights and then it's 4 hours or something like that. Last pack of this first box. So far, that's a pretty good box. That's a nutty box, to be honest. I might do a case of Everfest as well if there's like a dozen people watching. And then I'll grab the cards I need and jet. Sound sketched. It's so weird to see that as a majestic. I don't watch Formula One. I don't know, it's just like weird because I got asked that the other day too. Something about Singapore and Formula One as well. But no, not something I follow. I'd probably go see it live, to be honest, if the opportunity presented itself. Is anybody a basketball fan in New York? And is there anything worth watching while I'm there? I'm not there long enough, so I feel like, especially the weekend being full, I didn't think I'd have much time to do much. Visitronic. Very cool. Wonder if we can... I wonder what like a guard box or a guard case looks like. I'm imagining you can hit 3 or 4 legendaries. Or like a whole bunch of majestic equipment. So we'll see. Cards are so slippery. Have you guys opened much of this? Ah, yeah, playtime. It is playoffs, isn't it? That is a sport I used to play, so I love watching. I'm not like a hardcore fan though. More a YouTube highlight reel fan. Mordred Tide's good. Spark of Genius. Best pizza. Look, I'm going to be relying on the locals. Also, if you're going to Pro Tour, tell me. Yeah, Hamish, it's nuts. This is the third one we pull. I am going to go to the venue on the Thursday. Does anyone know for a fact that they're running any side events on Thursday? And also, does anyone know if... there is any like way to go to the player banquet if you're not a player? I didn't want to bother like James White or anyone because I'm sure they're also, you know, double legendary case. We called it. So box 2 has a legendary too. Imagine if we're gonna hit more than 2. But yeah, I'm curious if anybody that's local has any inkling, but I'm gonna try and go. The white border L's look very good. They definitely, like, because I sold some at auction, they are selling for significantly less than the black border. Partially, I think that's fear, but I'm glad to see. Like, they're pretty basic cards, you know. But I like having the white border out on the board. Or sorry, I like picturing it out as equipment. It's cheap. You don't shuffle it or anything. I hope and the pull rates seem very high. Very, very high. Like we hit a warrior and a wizard majestic in a case, legendary in a case. How sick is that for new players? Yeah, the tunic is good anyway, correct. And tunic already had a set value in non-foil. So I'm not surprised, like, obviously, hey, Cryo, congrats on the box, buddy, if that is you, the same Cryo. It's 4 a.m. here. As soon as it's 9 a.m., I'll ship your box. It's all packed and ready. Cryoshock 1A Twitter giveaway. If you guys aren't on my Twitter, you should be. Fab Twitter's good on its own anyway. It's a lot of positive interactions compared to Facebook. Alright. This is box 2 and 2 legendaries so far. What we haven't hit this box is any of the higher end Majestics yet. Ooh, that's nice, Roy. Granger's still a very good hit. I bought a couple recently. The pricing's come down since launch. I think that's one of those. I think it's one of the. It's a staple Fabled that people will play. It's not necessary in any deck, but it's very easy to fit into any Guardian deck. It's so a lot of Fableds, people don't run them because their blue count is low and they want blues that block. Guardian, on the other hand, usually has 2 or 3 blues in hand anyway, so having the Grandeur is just a bonus. Ooh, this is good. I consider this a higher end Majestic. Yeah, and it's basically a blue that pitches for 4 in a roundabout way. Alright, box 2 was great. I mean, it had a legendary in it, and a Tome of Findle, and a Visitronic, so we will take that. Just getting rid of commons and I'll open. Yeah, I think the Heart of Findle is the most playable. I think if the Heart of Findle healed 1 regardless of your health, would be the most played Fabled, but it's conditional. But I and Grandeur just not conditional. They're so strong. Shard is great, but you know, it's specific to Viz, so it's also another reason why it doesn't play very well. Although it seems to hold its value better than the others for some reason. It just doesn't budge, and it's quite high. But the Eye is the best Fabled, I think. Followed by Grandeur. That's my opinion. From like a playability and power. I'm guessing the next Fabled in this is the first time I make this guess public. I think Uprising will have a Ninja Majestic, Ninja Fabled that creates a Quicken. And yes, that would be very freaking strong. But it's a blue that doesn't block, and Ninjas already struggle with that a little bit, so. But that's what I'm guessing for Uprising. Or an Illusionist one that creates a Spectral Shield, but I don't know if maybe that's too strong. Because you could pitch that and then play a blue aura as an instant from Crown of Reflections. It's very, very, very strong if you can do that. Like, stupidly strong. Whoops. I don't know if any of you have opened this yet. It feels like the cards are a little bit thinner. It could just be me, but they just feel a little bit more thin. Welcome everybody that just joined. By the way, quick shout out to the channel sponsor, FabDB. FabDB.net. if you're not familiar with them, best place to build decks, find decks. You can become a patron. It gives you access to their, well, depending on the tier. Okay, another Home of Findle. You can actually practice sealed and draft on the site or simulate them. And they also, FabDB is the same team that runs Wraith Times. Grasp of the Arcanite. Michael Hart, not yet. I haven't. But now that you said it, we'll probably pull one. I'm really like hoping to see a 3 or 4 legendary case. We've obviously seen enough cases with 0. So, Javier, greetings from Chile. Chile, huh? Thanks for popping in, man. Playtime, I think that's fine. Fableds are like, I think they'll be Fabled in the black border, but obviously I don't know that for a fact, but I hope there is. But remember, like the history packs are to catch up the rest of the world, so the black label ones. You definitely don't need any Fabled, and like if you're willing to spend money on a Fabled, you can definitely source those singles from anywhere. Like they're very, there's a lot of Fableds for sale. But it's also a good like nod to people that have supported the game for longer, that they're not reprinting Fabled, so hopefully as an investment. Playtime, but yeah, every language that they're supporting, the scene exists in that language, so you can still get those cards. A lot of those countries have been importing the product, like buying it off eBay and stuff. Like if you're really keen, it's still very possible to get hold of the cards you want. But yeah, I don't know. We don't actually know what's in the black label history packs yet. Aside from that, it's a mixture of the 3 sets, right? But they said there's some special card treatment in there. They just as easily could have put in Fabled. I'd love a non-foil Fabled. It'd be cool if they come out with that because... Okay, Perch Grapplers is good. Because a cheaper version of Fabled is also great. More likely people will put it in decks and shuffle it, you know? Alright, this is box 3. So far so good, this case. Gold foil Crown of Providence. No, Cryo. I don't think the calling in the US is still a tunic. I am thinking of going to France though. I've never been, and I think it'd be sick to marry up a calling with a trip to France. Right, I don't know what the map pricing is, man. I paid $140 a box Australian, so you can do the maths if you want to know. And that's about what it seems like you could get it. This is the last event, yeah. The calling at Jersey will be the last gold foil tunic. Spoils of War. No, it's not terrible. That the pricing is, I don't know. People haven't been happy with the pricing, but to be honest, I'm comparing it to Crew because of the 10 card packs and, you know, the lack of like baubles and stuff where like there's useless cards in draft sets. It's really good. It's $1.50 for less than the price of a box of Crew at the moment. So like, it doesn't make any sense to buy Crew Unlimited when this exists, unless you specifically want to, you know, you want foils and stuff, right? But if you're just trying to play the game, it's such a good set to open. Like, look at the one case. I'm pretty sure I have play sets of, like, every staple in the game. Razors, unmovables, pummels, sigils, sinks, strokes, not strokes, fateful scenes. Like, most decks need those cards. Plus, it seems very common to hit, like, every case you're hitting E-Strikes, Command and Conquers. Maybe not a full play set, but look, I just feel like it's a great product. And yeah, if you're not going to go invest in a case, still, if you buy a few packs here and there, you're going to end up... Yeah, but Roy, like, buying those to get a Shiana or a Shard is, like, you know, a very inefficient way to get them, you know what I mean? It's still cheaper to just buy those cards. But this fills that... this, like, if you go to a store and these are the prize packs and you're a new player, I'd be pretty happy. I bought, I think they're $5 Australian a pack for these in some places, which, you know. Times it, 443. Do you guys want me to do an Everfest case after this? There's roughly 30 people watching, so I don't mind providing some entertainment. See if we can't hit a grandeur. Roy, me too. That's, you know, I would always rather crack packs. This is a fun thing about YouTube is at least that's, I mean, I barely make money on YouTube, but it's nice to get some money back on what I open. Double Perch Grapplers. There is definitely like some weird sorting, collation in the set, but I found that was the case with all the Japanese print. Maybe not crew, but you know, WTR Japan was weird as well. Yeah, double Fabled was good. 2 cases in a row, that was crazy. I haven't hit one since. That was all my grandeur luck. Alright, so this is the last box in the case. See if we can't get a 3rd legendary, or, I mean, we're missing, if we want to say we're missing anything, is an E-Strike. Oops. Really gonna good at opening these packs. It's weird to open. So who in the chat will be in Jersey? First Fabled call for Uprising Hero Flickerable. Look, we'll definitely hit the Uprising Fabled on the channel. That's always the case. We'll see about first. I am going to try and do a stream at midnight on launch, the way I did with this stuff. So that puts me usually in the first in the world because of the Australian time zone. Hometown tried to do that, but I think he pulled the trigger a bit early and got in trouble. Hopefully not too much trouble. I mean, he wasn't selling anything, but it's still against the rules for min-max to have given him the stuff that early. But yeah, I'm very, very keen on the Uprising. I think I'll do like a marathon stream. Maybe set it up in a way where we keep opening till we hit like the Fabled, or did we not hit another Art of War? We did. There it is. I'm just blind. In cold foil, like we can just keep opening till we hit the cold foil. That's 3 Tome of Finals in this case. So again, like the how it's like sorted, this set, like in a way, the way I look at it is, that's a classic constructed playset of Tome of Final, right? Oh yeah, look, I don't believe that, to be honest. Why take the video down if no one said anything? It's not about respect. It's like they realized, probably because Min-Max told them not to. But either way, like I don't care. I accidentally opened my Everfest a day, like not accidentally. I got my stock a day early, and I put the video the wrong day. Like I scheduled the video to release, and I was sleeping when it released, and people were like, "Hey, dude, this is early," and it was a day early. But by the time I woke up, it was too late. But yeah, I think Min-Max would have asked him to just pull it down for one day. He did say that that's where the stock came from, which is why it's an issue, is they will get in trouble. Hometown won't get in trouble. It's the LGS that released stock early that gets in trouble in that scenario. We are nearly at the end of this case. This last couple of boxes have been pretty boring, but hey, 2 legendaries in the case is nothing to sneeze at. One copper per box. Yeah, Roy, but when they say that, it's always rough numbers. Like, I've hit triple legendary boxes before, and I've hit, triple legendary cases before. I've hit 4 cold foils in a box. It just depends on luck. Well, that's our case. I'm pretty happy with that. 4 majestic equipment. We didn't get an E-Strike, which sucks, but we did get 1 Command and Conquer. And that's what I mean. I haven't seen anyone open a case yet with no Command and Conquer. Like, like people saying it's not printed enough. It's like literally every case has had one. Which, if you've opened enough Arcane Rising, you'll know that that's not the case in Arcane Rising. Most certainly not in first edition, and definitely not in Unlimited, and I've opened a crap load of that. So yeah, but there are cases of history pack with none, so don't go buy a case thinking it is a guaranteed double legendary. You'll be sorely disappointed. We'll do it this way. I'll sort these later. I just want to get them out of the way. Alright, I'm going to do this case of Everfest. They're pretty quick to open. We opened that case pretty quick, actually. Guys, don't forget, if you want to support this channel, you can join as a member. People with the Flesh and Blood rarity icon, it shows how many months they've been subscribed. Right now, the highest is the M, which is, I think, 4 months. Yeah, Playtime, that's exactly why I'm opening it, is to have the singles to give to new players. And to put on the single sites. So, like, most LGSs aren't opening a lot of it, so if I open it and sell them the singles, they put it up, So yeah, joining the channel is $3 a month. You get the little rarity icon, you get access. So the playmat that I'm making, foil spring tidings on the spring tidings mat is always nice to see. The Wizard playmat will be pre-sold for channel members. Oh, you don't sell singles? Look, it's a hard business to get into. Like, it's so much work, and it's so up and down. You can like lose money quite easily selling singles. So I understand when companies don't do it or people don't do it, but I open and then I try and recoup some of my costs by selling the singles to stores. Works out for everybody. And black borders are weird to open after white. It looks so different. Alright, what are we hoping for? A grandeur? We hit a Starvo recently. Grandeur would be good. Stalagmite would be good. It's such a strong weapon. Shield, like we were testing, even on Oldham in Blitz, it just seems a no-brainer to take that shield over the Rampart, unless you're playing super fatigue. Because you don't have to pitch and you can like disrupt 2 turns per game and keep your cards in hand to like swing back. So if I played Oldham, that's the only shield I'd run against most matchups. Full art, slice and dice. So I'm pumped because, yes, we know Uprising's coming and I'm very pumped for that. But right after Uprising, so like in the end of the year, we get another supplementary set, which I can't wait to see that. It's probably going to be paper packs. It's probably going to be a supplementary set for all the elemental stuff, like light and shadow, which is going to like, it'll have such a big effect on the meta. You know, we'll probably see 2 or 3 new heroes as well. And look, that's it. New equipment. Like, think of how much stuff in Everfest exists now that you're using in your deck. It's a cold foil. It's so subtle this time of day for me. It's still very dark outside. Yeah, playtime, you can. What's it called? Nerves of Steel, is that the card? Removes the counter off. I think Oldham's going to be broken after Uprising. Just all the extra ice stuff. Alright, so box 1. Very, very ordinary pulls. Called for Amulet. I think that'd be good if it didn't say you can only activate it if there's no cards in hand. Although that might, I don't know, maybe like that would work very well in Icelander, maybe because you can like, or like Kano, play all your cards and then live because you know you can go get Rally the Rearguard, but I haven't seen anybody play it. Forged for War? Forged for War, maybe, yeah. It's one of those Guardian cards. I don't play much Guardian at all. I played Valda a little bit. Okay. Man, I don't think I've seen this much in foil at all. Foil silver. No use for this card yet, but if you've got some, I wouldn't sell it. I'd hold on to it. Barrett, I think Heave is specifically designed for Valda. Because it's like a guaranteed dominate on a crush. And I think her specialization card... Ooh, what have we got here? Her specialization will be a Heave crush card. Like Heave, and then it also has crush on the card, which would be absolutely insane for that hero. Yeah, but again, like, think about it. The Heave mechanic doesn't work particularly well for anyone else other than Valda. Because it's exactly as many seismics as she needs to dominate. The only difference is you don't want to Heave because the card doesn't have crush. So you have to play the crush card from hand. But if it had Heave and crush, then it is a perfect Valda card. She's really fun. She's just missing that little... Same as Icelander. She won a couple of the skirmishes, but you can see from the new cards in Uprising for Icelander, she's just going to be broken when she's at full strength. And I think Valda's the same. If they release, like, next supplementary set, her specialization, she'd be a very, very good contender for Blitz. And now we know they might release Valda as an adult hero, same as they did with Icelander. Maybe very, very good. I think Valda's like original Bravo. She's extremely good against other Guardians, like especially Oldham. And the burst damage potential on Valda is absolutely insane. And that's without her full card pool. She's lacking a lot still. She even technically doesn't have a weapon. Like, the set didn't come out with a weapon for Valda. Which, again, might read something... Hey, Tornado. Good, man. We pulled double legendary from a history case. And I'm just doing this. And then going to pack. Or start packing, although it doesn't take that long to pack. The reason I'm recording is I was also setting up the laptop to take with me. So I'll have to put it away after this stream, but good to see you. I'll make sure I'm taking my camera. It's an iPhone, but I'm planning to record stuff at Protour. Definitely would be good to do some live stuff with other content creators there. But follow my Twitter and the Facebook page for Fluke Unbox. That'll be the best way to... Barrett, that's awesome. Vincent, definitely see you there. Harley, how you doing? Alright, 2 packs from the second box. We did hit a cold foil mask. I guess that's something. But maybe this is one of those 0 legendary cases of Everfest, huh? Alright. Box 3. Playtime, I think legit, like, I think Data Doll would actually be busted if she had 4 intellect. I think that's why they haven't released anything that changes that. Like, they could have errated it, right? If they thought it would make it playable. But I think she's just way too strong if she had 4. But yes, hopefully all the young heroes get adult versions. KO would be fun as adult too. Imagine the damage KO can do over a longer game. Like, you know, KO loses to himself just as often as he wins games, I feel, in Blitz. But CC, you got way more chances of hitting 6s or multiple 6s a turn. Yeah, their data dolls are cool. They could just exactly make it mark whatever and change the ability. But again, if they change the ability, then she's not as theoretically strong either, right? You know, I agree, Archon, they could do that. They can put like an item or a specialization card. I mean, her specialization is very strong, I feel. But not enough, I know. I've seen some photos, though, of like people playing Data Doll, like when they high roll with her, it's like 9 items on the field. Doesn't her new specialization sort of give you more cards? Colder, HB box. I paid 150, 140-ish Australian. Okay. Foil Frostbite and a Cold Foil Talisman. And a Fractal Replication. Alright, check out, I don't know if you guys can see the misprint, but see, actually I can't even see what I'm looking at. Here we go. You see how it's like super off center, the majestic icon? The people that don't know that will see some of these cards and call fake. How much is it in Taiwan? Does Taiwan actually get stock from a distributor, or is it all imported? HP1 is Japanese print, yes. How much is that in 137 USD? Okay. That sounds like, I don't know, are you guys actually getting stock like from a distributor though? It sounds like they're just importing and then, you know, paying more than they should be. That's probably 30% more than it should be. Really. That sucks. I mean, that's the thing though. Hey Chad, how are you, buddy? That's the thing, right? If the box price is higher though, it's not all bad because you'd hope also the singles sell for more, right? Like if it all balances out. Ooh, is that a legendary? I don't think so. It's a Cold Foil Helm, a Sharp Eye. Alright, last box. It's a weird one, right? Like, I'm not a new player, but I feel like a history pack is also something that should just get opened in mass and the singles like get on the market. That's the only way you're going to see like any reduction in pricing on some of the staples. Sitting on the boxes is silly, and you know, new players, I don't think it's efficient for them to be cracking the cases either. But we'll see. Calder, something I do know that's happening behind the scenes is I believe LSS just hired a representative in Asia who's moving to Taiwan and setting up distribution for Asia and Japan specifically. So that might help a lot if they start distributing the stock directly in Asia. So Literally, the guy moved to Japan to Taiwan a few days ago. It's as much as I can say, because it's not like, I don't know how much of it's confidential or not. I don't think it's super top secret though. It's coming. I believe Japan is getting their own language release, and LSS have a good focus on growing the Asian market. Alright, last box, so I'm going to head off. Calder, yes. HP1 is all Japanese. The whole world gets the same stock, so if it's Japan print, everyone gets access to Japan print. And I don't know if they've printed any Japanese cards yet, but knowing what they're doing with the black label, you can assume they'll do that black label product for Japan. If that's indeed the case. I'm mainly talking rumors here. I'm not 100% sure of anything I just said, except that someone in our local community got hired and is shipped off to Taiwan for the next however long to help set up distribution. So it's exciting. Calder, that's not true, buddy. Japan print is better in some ways, like I think the coloring and centering, but the edges are much worse. I've only ever hit 10s on Belgian print when I grade them. The grading company said it's impossible to hit 10s on the Japanese print. Like, it seems whatever company they're using to print in Japan is using worse trimming equipment, cutting equipment. Or maybe they just need to sharpen their blades, you know, who knows. We literally have like 4 packs left in this box. Alright, that's not a good sign. It's a double cold foil rare in this box. So we've here 4, 6 cold foils in the case. That's about to change in Uprising. Cash out foil. Different printer, you mean, Calder? Well, we just got another 20 viewers all of a sudden. Welcome everybody, but I'm about to log off. You can rewind and watch what you missed. Pretty ordinary, or very ordinary Everfest case, unfortunately. We did hit a double history pack legendary. Hey Lan, how you doing, man? Guys, thanks for tuning in. Again, thanks FabDB for sponsoring the channel. If you want to support them, hit up their Patreon. Hey Kenneth, sorry buddy. I've been on for an hour or so, but I've got to go start packing. And if you want to support this channel, like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We're at 2160, 2170. Yeah, Calder, we opened the history pack. I'll show you. I'll pull them out while we did hit these babies in the history pack case. Yeah, 1 case, 2 legendaries, not bad. Again, history pack seems to be very hit and miss like that. We've hit double legendaries and we've hit a whole case with none, so... Mobugsley, hey buddy. Sorry, that even today's stream is very off time for me. It's 5 AM, I started at 4 for me, and I'm going to start packing. My flight is in about 24 hours now. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Calder, you can, I think, build pretty much a whole yeah, you're only missing maybe some cards from Monarch, but you could leave them out. Alright guys, if you're at Protour, come say hi. I'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm pretty sure, at the event. And hit me up on Facebook and Twitter. It's going to be the better place to DM me while I'm in the US. And to follow like any videos and stuff I'm posting. I'm not sure how much YouTube stuff I can do while I'm there. Alright guys, I'm going to jet.